This is called the Irish Zoo. This land of saints and scholars has jewels that tourists adore. Tipping down Connemara, the bouldering of Kerry, or the sights around the great cliffs of Moher. Well, the Yanks seem all to love Killarney, some other players Killaloo. But to savour behaviour, there's nothing that's rarer than to visit a real Irish zoo. Now on first sight things seem to be normal, flamingos and the eagles so great. Then you get that real stale whiff of brandy off your man taking cash at the gate. He points out the koalas and the reptiles, as from the major he takes one more drag, as the sweat from his brow flows like water, which he wipes with a dirty old rag. The young tour guide is Kim from Australia, who's wide-eyed and friendly indeed, but her mind seems back home on the Gold Coast. She's been up half the night smoking weed. Then she hands out a map with directions, outlining just where we can go, and asks if there's any more questions or anything anyone would like to know. Some spotty kid raises his right hand and he asks in a voice that's so sweet, "All these animals housed here in Ireland, can you tell me what food do they eat?" Then the guide takes his hand and she whispers, "These creatures are kept in their prime, on a diet of porter and brandy, and on whiskey and red and white wine." Once inside the zoo, it's apparent that things in this place are sure rare. There's a chimp swimming around in a fish tank, while the wolf is being chased by the hare. The penguin is peeling bananas, while the monkey is fishing for squid. The elephant's high in the treetop, looking for the nuts that the red squirrel hid. There's an owl out there roaring his heart out, and a lion that's attempting to hoot. The polar bear's rolling in deep mud, and the rhino's trying to look cute. The frog's trying to stretch out his short neck, and the giraffe keeps swallowing flies, while the cockatoo's sitting there hissing, and the rattlesnake takes to the skies. The kangaroo's on his perch singing, after trying to squeeze into his nest, while the lark's trying to stuff her young baby into a non-existent pouch in her chest. The crocodile's trying to lay large eggs, eating insects and wild-growing seeds, while the ostrich is soiling her plumage as she crawls through the water and weeds. The goat is hanging up backways and develops a hunger for blood, as the bat wishes he could find Nanny, in the herd he'd make her feel good. The parrot is chasing the chickens, believing he has a fur coat, while the fox is reciting the rosary from the top of his deep shrill throat. Now there's always great zoos on the planet, San Diego, the Bronx and Berlin, but if uniqueness is something you're craving, there's only one place to begin. For rainfall, potholes and shillelaghs, flutes and fiddles and old Irish stew, and for animals who live for the porter, take a trip to a real Irish zoo.